Right. So this is the next session for 2025 and what a Capricorn Ascendant person can expect in 2025. What they should be careful about, where they should be proactive, and where they can be like ambitious or aggressive in their approach. Okay. So again, the basic thing is same, like just look at the introductory video first. That will give you an idea about 2025 in general for all of us. And this is more like precise or specific for Capricorn Ascendant. As I always say, like final event is chart plus dasha plus transit. We are discussing the last step, the transit. Every Capricorn ascendant person can have a different chart, will have a different chart, and every Capricorn ascendant person will be going through a different dasha. As I don't have their individual charts, as I don't have their dashas, I cannot tell accordingly. But we are focusing on the transits and major impact on during transits, like three, four planets impacting one area of house, one area of life, and all. So that is like more prominent to happen. So this video or this transit related like uh, predictions are still possible. Then, as I said, like split the one like this 2025 into two parts, first half and second half. First half is up to June, okay, when like difficult transits are going on, and second half is more like more aligned with our desires and ambitions. So we can be ambitious, we can be aggressive in the second half. We can be like going after our ambitions in the second half. We can be like we should be more careful. We should be more proactive in dealing with the life and more about like accepting life as it comes in first half. That should be the approach ideally. Okay. So this is how we are going to understand. Now, if we look at it, what is happening in like Capricorn Ascendant chart right now in trans? Saturn is transiting the second house Aquarius. Rahu is transiting third house Pisces. Jupiter is transiting fifth house Taurus, and Mars is transiting into sixth house and seventh house. Okay. Saturn is from last couple of years they are having some financial matters going on, like they may have to put an extra effort to safeguard their money. They have to like prioritize the expenses. This should continue for like 6 months more. They should be like careful about their finances. They should prioritize their expenses, where they should be like spending, where they should not be spending, because Saturn from second house aspects all money oriented houses, like fourth house of real estate, eighth house of business benefits, and 11th house of income and gains. So Saturn is impacting all money oriented houses for them. So they need to be like extra careful about finances. There can be some stress or limitation in their family environment because Saturn being there. And then if we look at Rahu in Pisces, it is like indicating that person can be very much about mm, like strong-willed, okay, like courageous, audacious, maybe. Okay, Rahu is in the third house, but it is also like imaginative. Okay, the person is also imaginative and living in their own dream world. So it can be like the person is very courageous in some on some imaginative grounds or imaginative ambitions of his life. He wants to achieve something which is practically not possible, but he is still going after it because Rahu is in the third house. Uh, but for spiritual matters, creative matters, and all, this is a good position. Rahu in the third house, skills and developing skills and creative interest and all, great. Okay. Jupiter is also sitting in the fifth house of creativity and all. If they have some creative interest or education and all, they can go for education or training related with that. It also shows the need of being receptive towards counseling and guidance. Okay, and they can also guide and counsel other people if they are in such profession. In matters of love relationship, person can have some sort of frustrations. Okay, so this is where person can be like inclined. Okay, if they are inclined towards relationship matters and all, they may feel lots of like frustrations and all, because Jupiter is in enemy sign. But for financial matters, for wealth and all, Jupiter in the fifth house Taurus is okay, fine. Then this huge transit of Mars is going on in the fifth and sixth and seventh house for them. Now, if we see from these placements, Saturn is aspecting 11th house. Rahu is aspecting 11th house Scorpio, and Jupiter is aspecting 11th house Scorpio. So Scorpio energy is again getting magnified with like Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu aspect. Scorpio is instability, ups and downs, and all. 11th house is what? 11th house is your income and gains. It shows that person's income and gains are not stable. He is earning, he is spending. He is not able to save the money. He is not able to enjoy the money maybe to the fullest. He's very concerned about his financial situation. If he is in business setup, obviously business income is always ups and downs, always unstable. So that result will be there. Plus, it is like 11th house is your elder sibling, so your relationship with your elder sibling can be difficult, can be very unstable during this time period. Also, person should be very careful while traveling and driving. 11th house is 8th from the 4th, so it can bring travel away from home. But now, as Scorpio Lord Mars is going through this difficult transit till June first week 2025, where it will be in Gemini and Cancer. Gemini is the sixth house of health issues, and Cancer is where it is getting debilitated in the seventh house. And this shows that person should be careful while traveling, driving. Person can meet with a sudden accident or a sudden event, and all injuries, bloodshed, and all these things are possible. Also, it shows that person can have instability in relationship with the elder sibling or friends due to conflicts arising out of like aggressive communication. Mars is aggression and Gemini is sign of communication. Again, for business matters, not much problem, but when it comes to personal one-on-one relationship, the people need to avoid conflicts, avoid circumstances which can bring conflicts, or be proactive in diffusing those circumstances. Avoid arguments with the people, avoid dominance struggle with the people, so that you can handle this Mars in sixth house energy in a better way. Then Mars also represents muscular pains, muscular pains and all. So if someone is like into like gymnasium or walking, jogging, aerobics and all, they should be like extra careful while performing these activities. Otherwise, some muscular pains, muscular pulls and all can come up. Muscular injuries can come up. Okay, so this is where we need to be careful, avoid litigation as much as possible. Okay, and then Mars is going into the seventh house. This is where this transit for Capricorn Ascendant people is very difficult for their relationship matters. Seventh house is where Mars is getting debilitated, and sixth house is where Mars is in Gemini. Okay. In enemy sign. So this sixth house is conflict, seventh house is relationship. So relationship of this person can be like very much impacted by dominance struggle. Okay, lots of dominance struggle, lots of control struggle going on, and the person needs to be like very careful in dealing with relationship aspect of life. Mars at the same time is actions and aggressive approach. For Gemini is the sign of business. Seventh house is the house of business. So business matters can still have benefits coming from aggressive business ideas or aggressive business approach. But when it comes to like relationship, the same aggressiveness takes up the shape of like dominance and struggle. Okay, dominance and tussle. So this is where they need to be careful about their health matters, about their relationship matters, avoiding disputes and conflicts, about their finances. Okay, that's where they need to be careful. The peak of this transit will come up between January to May, when many planets will join Pisces sign Rahu. Rahu is already in Pisces, and Saturn will come into Pisces from March, and soon Sun, Mercury, Venus will also join. Also, Sun, Mercury, Venus will also go through retrograde movement. Okay, retrograde transit. This shows that like person will have like 4 to 5 planets in Pisces sign at one point of time. Okay, so many planets accumulated at one house of the chart is bound to give result. There is no possibility if 5 planets for me are going through like fifth house, and I am having no event of fifth house nature. It can never happen. Okay, so when so many planets are going into the third house Pisces, it shows it is like very good time for traveling. It is like but with care. Okay, because Mars is still debilitated. If they want to travel, they have to be like extra careful, but travel opportunities can come up. It is also a good time to start something new as a business front, because five planets in Pisces is like that. It is also good for like creative, imaginative work when so many planets are in Pisces. But at the same time, what is happening, as I said, Aries, from Aries, it is like 12th. It is 12 from Aries. It is loss of Aries sign. Okay, loss of fourth house. And even fourth lord is like going through this difficult transit Mars. Okay, this is where the real difficulty is coming, when Aries sign will be very weak. Wherever Aries falls in our chart, as I'm like covering through every ascendant, we can see wherever Aries falling in our chart, that house is becoming really weak. For them, it is fourth house. Okay, it is not time to buy a new property. Okay, they should be very careful about their real estate matters, about their home matters. There can be like conflicts at homes, fourth lord going into the sixth and seventh, and losing the dignity. There can be like dominance struggle at home. There can be like health issues related with mother, health issues related with father also, because it is like fifth from the 10th. It is also issues related with authority figures. Your authority figures are not very supportive. Okay, you are having like continuous issues with them. Okay, that is also seen. So this is what is coming up as the major result for Capricorn Ascendant people in like up to mid of 2025. So this is where they need to be like careful about their relationship at home, relationship with their partner and all. So as I said, like avoid the arguments, avoid conflicts as much as possible, avoid litigation as much as possible. This is just the time to sail through, as I'm repeating in every video. It is the time not to have any ambitious plans. It is the time not to have any like major achievements and all. It is just the time to sail through life. Okay. Uh, Now we move to the second half of the year, second half of 2025. Right. This is like the second half picture of 2025 for Capricorn Ascendant people, where Rahu is transiting their second house, Aquarius. So they can have good amount of money coming, but they still need to be like careful about saving money because Rahu it remains a malefic planet, and it is in the Saturnine sign. Okay. Saturn remains in the third house Pisces for like next couple of years. So, uh, as I said, Pisces is the sign of imagination and utopian world and all, and Saturn is our realities of life. So, Saturn in Pisces transit will be a reality check for all of us. Wherever Saturn is transiting in Pisces sign, we can be like very elusive about that area of life, very we can be very delusional about that area of life, and Saturn will bring the reality check for them. The reality check is coming on to their courage, potential, uh, and courage, potential, and self effort, willpower, and all. And that will be like their reality check, what they can do, what they cannot do, accepting that situation. Then Jupiter will transit into Gemini. In the sixth house, this shows that they should be like careful about their health. Okay, they should be like taking proper guidance, counseling, and education related with their health issues, plus other matters of sixth house like conflicts, litigation, or like dads and all. They should be like receptive towards counseling, receptive towards knowledge gaining in that area of life. Okay, so that like they can mitigate their suffering as much as possible. Okay, then if we see the joint impact, Saturn is going to impact Sagittarius. Okay, and the 10th aspect, Jupiter sound aspect is going on to Sagittarius. Ketu's big aspect is going on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius sign is like getting impacted by three planets: Saturn, Jupiter, and Ketu. What is Sagittarius for them? 12th house. 12th house of losses and expenses. Sagittarius is sign of higher education and all. So it shows that they may be losing their time. Losing means spending their time in higher education, religion, philosophy, literature related matters, or spiritual matters. It can also represent they need to be like again careful about their finances. They are careful about their money matters because it can indicate a lot of expenses. Okay, with so many planets impacting Sagittarius sign in the 12th house. It also shows they may like to be isolated during this time period. They may not like to like connect with a lot of people, and they may be following their own spiritual pursuits, which they may not like interference of other people into. It is a good time for studies related with the spirituality, psychology, hidden matters, occult mysticism and all. So for those matters, it can be good. It can also bring some sort of like foreign travel for them. uh, Jupiter ruling these two houses, third house and 12th house, sitting in the sixth house and aspecting back at 12th house. Okay, so this shows that like a person's daily work life can be all about like knowledge sharing through their own business and all. So that can be the case that during this year they can be sharing their knowledge a lot. They can be in teaching and guiding related field, and they can be further gaining knowledge. So more they gain knowledge, more they share knowledge, better it is for them. But where they need to be careful is like health issues and finances. Jupiter translating into sixth house Gemini in enemy sign requires them to collect as much as information as possible for their health matters. Likewise, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu all impacting their 12th house is like just be extra careful about your finances. But in comparison to the first half, it is still a much better position. Okay. Then if we see another joint impact which is happening is Rahu and Jupiter are aspecting each other. Rahu and Jupiter are aspecting the 10th house also. Okay. So 6th, 8th, and 10th. Okay. 6th, 8th, and 10th. Sorry, 2nd, 6th, and 10th. Sorry. It is like Rahu Jupiter joint aspect, mutual aspect is impacting the second house, 6th house, and 10th house. What are these houses? These are the Artha houses. Artha houses are for what? Career, finance, money matters, and all. And Rahu, Jupiter both are expansive. So their career can expand, their family can expand, their wealth can expand, their like recognition at workplace can expand. So it is like good time for career growth. Okay, if they are planning for or if they are looking for next promotion or next high recognition in your, or rewards and recognition at their workplace, it is good time period. Even if they are in business, even that business is supposed to expand, because Rahu Jupiter both are expansive. At the same time, Rahu Jupiter are like Guru Chandal yoga, so it can bring lots of like unconventional ideas to them, unconventional thoughts to them, and because of those unconventional ideas and them projecting those unconventional ideas in front of the people, they can land into lots of conflicts and disputes with the people. So if they want to avoid conflicts and disputes, keep your ideas up to yourself. Don't share to the people. Okay. Because otherwise you can be in trouble. Again, it shows that sixth house related matters can be expanded. So just try your best to avoid any conflicts, disputes, health issues. Even if you take loan, take proper guidance. That okay, how I can uh, like pay off this loan as soon as possible. What are the ways? What should be the EMI and all that? The person should be like taking extra care, extra counseling. Okay, in related with the sixth house related matters. Okay, but as I said, like this Rahu Jupiter impact on Artha houses, second, sixth, and tenth is still like much better for financial growth, career growth, and all. Where they need to take care is health, finance, and like relationship matter. Okay. I hope this is helpful. Let's meet in the next video for Aquarius Ascendant.